Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio. Today, the news has broke that Cobra Kai Season 6 is being written. Coming from this article from Screen Rant here. Cobra Kai Season 6 is being written, and creators hope there's more. Cobra Kai Season 6 is being written, and the showrunners hope for more beyond that, while still having an endgame plan that has stayed the same. I highly doubt that at this point, but we'll get into that. Cobra Kai showrunners say that Cobra Kai Season 6 is being written with hopes for more. Cobra Kai Season 4 just debuted and is currently trending #1 on Netflix, surprise, surprise, dethroning Adam McKay's Don't Look Up. Fan enthusiasm for the show is again at the forefront as the events that transpired throughout Cobra Kai Season 4 have left viewers wanting more. I'm just gonna have to take their word for it. Luckily, Cobra Kai Season 5 has already been shot, so the wait may be less than usual and better than ever. Yeah, but see, people said the same thing about Cobra Kai Season 4, though. Everyone was thinking that it was going to come out like August or September of 2021, and it didn't come out until December 31st, 2021. So, they do have that going against them. But anyway, where was I? Luckily, Cobra Kai Season 5 has already been shot, so the wait may be less than usual and better than ever, according to Thomas Ian Griffith, who plays returning villain Terry Silver from The Karate Kid Part 3. Created by Hayden Schlossberg, John Hurwitz, and Josh Heald, Cobra Kai follows the characters and events in the original Cobra Kai films, written by Robert Mark Kamen and directed by John G. Avildsen. Cobra Kai focuses on the relationship between Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso and Billy Zabka's Johnny Lawrence, two karate students from different dojos who share a bitter rivalry that's lasted for decades. In the show, which picks up some 30 years after the first Karate Kid, Daniel and Johnny compete with one another and former senseis, and deal with their students and offspring who are starting rivalries of their own. Cobra Kai Season 4, like previous seasons, ends on a cliffhanger. Season 1 did not end in a cliffhanger. Season 1 did have a definitive ending. Opening up the doors for new challenges, new friendships, new threats, and the continued battle for dojo supremacy in the Valley. While Cobra Kai Season 5 is already shot, the showrunners clarified where Cobra Kai Season 6 is in terms of their overall plan, with Josh Heald telling Collider that, quote, "We still have an endgame plan, we're still writing beyond Season 5. The showrunners also clarify where they are in terms of the planned number of seasons, with John Hurwitz saying, quote, We've never said from the beginning how many seasons there would be. I think we always viewed it as at least 6 was sort of in our heads, but we're still figuring out exactly what the length for that landing is for all the reasons that Josh mentioned." And here is Josh Heald's full statement, quote, "There are characters and storylines that we've considered that from the beginning we would have said, okay, that's a season. And that storyline ended up being an episode or two. And then there's the opposite of that, where you say, okay, this is a season, and now we're going to extend that into multiple seasons. So we've always looked back at our original plan with open eyes, because with so many new branches and so many new characters and interactions, and what you're seeing during production when, oh wow, these two people together, there's something really interesting about that duo. You want to lean more into it, and when you do lean more into it, it naturally pushes other things along and further out. It's changed at times, but it also hasn't. We still have an endgame plan. We're still writing beyond Season 5, but it's been fun to bring in those new characters and storylines and let them lead the way sometimes, if I can read today. The showrunners have previously mentioned Cobra Kai spin-off shows being in the works, which is another way to keep the show outside of the regular season/storyline. They also clarified that they've always looked back at their original plan with open eyes, letting characters, interactions, and storylines develop and lead the way at times, which pushes other things along and further out as such. This approach could alter how many seasons the show ultimately has to tell the whole story, leading to the end. Cobra Kai has become an unexpected phenomenon, standing as the perfect example of how to revive an older franchise to have appeal to both older and newer fans. The introduction of a new, younger cast alongside the original mainstays has made for a finely tuned engine of entertainment. Cobra Kai capitalizes on nostalgia while pushing the story out to a new generation, creating a fanbase that could potentially carry on the series for many years to come. With the current level of excitement for Cobra Kai, that scenario is not hard to fathom. Let's be entirely honest about, the creators hoping for more. Cobra Kai is one of the top shows right now. So of course the showrunners are going to drag this out until Kingdom fucking Come. But here's the main problem with that is you've got guys like Ralph Macchio, Billy Zabka, Martin Kove, and now Thomas Ian Griffith are not getting any younger. And all of these actors that they cast to play high school students back in 2017, the show came out in 2018, they're not getting any younger either. So are you going to run into the exact same problem that the Karate Kid Part 3 ran into, where the Karate Kid, where not Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio was 30 years old playing an 18-year-old kid. The Karate Kid was effectively 30 years old. Are we going to see the same thing for, the Karate Kid's daughter by, season 8, 9, or 10 is now going to be, 30 years old playing an 18-year-old? Because it sure as hell worked out the first time, not. But still, I'm a big believer in every show has a shelf life. And season 3 teased a definitive ending. And then you get to the end of season 4, and it just pulls one giant gotcha moment. And again, I think that was solely done just to drag the show out for basically as long as they can, up until the show is no longer popular. And that can be an entire discussion for, how shows get extended well beyond their shelf life, and how that actually does far more damage than good. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here before I tangent off for about 20 minutes. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me long enough, I'm terrible at ending these videos, so I will just see you guys on next time.